Hello everyone, Harry Baldock here, editor for Total Telecom. We're here today on day one of Connected Britain. It's obviously a very busy event, and I'm delighted to be here with Katherine Ainley, CEO of UK&I for Ericsson. Katherine, how are you finding the event so far?
It's excellent, so it's great to be here and back fully face to face.
Absolutely. You've just been on stage talking about 5G in the UK and its kind of journey so far. What kind of most excites you about the 5G opportunity for the UK specifically?
And there's so many things that are exciting. I think first of all, we tend to think of it from a consumer perspective, and that is really exciting. You know, we saw it with the Green Planet, augmented reality experience. We saw how it can bring things to life for consumers. However, what's really exciting for me about 5G is the business and the enterprise opportunity, and the role that can help businesses play in becoming more efficient, getting out to more customers, and generally, making the most of opportunities that they don't currently have at the moment.
And I think the UK is in an interesting place when it comes to 5G. I think we're seeing some incredible things done with 5G in really advanced markets like South Korea, for example. But over here, often 5G is viewed as just kind of an increase in speed and not necessarily for new experiences. Where do you think the UK stands in its 5G journey so far compared to other places in the world?
I mean, I probably would say it, but I think we've got to go faster and we've got to get 5G rolled out. We're at roughly 50% of the UK population has 5G at the moment. We're not in that top 15 of countries globally on 5G rollout, and I think we are really in danger of falling behind. Why is that important? I mean, you touched on it then. I think, you look at some of the businesses and what you can use it for. We work with an electric car battery manufacturer called Hyperbat. They used it to work together in augmented and virtual reality to reduce the amount of travel that they had to do and to reduce the amount of emails going to and from. The step change for businesses is huge.
And in terms of changing that, I guess, and moving forward, what does the industry need to do to make 5G more integrated with business and more exciting for consumers?
I mean, I think for me there's three things. I think the first thing is we need to, particularly for government, but actually for everybody, we need to put connectivity at the heart of what we do. So when particularly policymakers, but everybody are thinking, how are we going to roll out the transport network, or how are we going to expand a business? How can we use connectivity to improve it? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, bluntly, we just need to roll out faster, and we need more mid-band. In particular, which gives us that particularly high speeds and the increased energy efficiency, really important. And then the third one, which would be my plea to lots of people out there, is use your imagination on how we can use 5G. I think what we saw with 4G is it only really got going when we saw the apps and the ways you could use it beginning to really bite. So when you had the likes of Uber and Airbnb and so on, actually people went, now I really get it, and we need that revolution on the business side, which will then help with that rollout.
And in terms of the government's role in all of this, where do you see them positioned to kind of really help push the UK's 5G development?
It's a really good question. I mean, clearly DCMS are pushing really hard on it. They've got the barrier busting team, which is great. I would say more please. So, the more we can do to make rollout simpler, the better. And I know it's high on their agenda. But what I'd really like to see is the other government departments really grasping hold of 5G and connectivity as a whole. Because it's often that connectivity is a little bit of an afterthought. And actually, if you build it in from the beginning, you can get much more benefit from it.
Katherine, it's always so great to speak to you, and it's so nice to see you in person for a change. So,
it's great.
Thanks for coming, and I hope you have a lovely day.
Thank you.